Bank of England started in 1694 when King William III ruled. At that time, England had trouble paying for wars with France, so it created a central bank to handle the country's money. Over the years, the bank became the center of Britain's financial system. It printed currency and stored wealth as gold. In the 1700s and 1800s, gold was the base of global money. Countries followed the gold standard, which meant paper bills could be swapped for gold. As Britain was a top world power, the Bank of England became a big player in world finance. By the 1900s, London was a financial center, and gold from around the world was placed in the bank's underground vaults. During World War I, 1914 to 1918, Europe's economies were in trouble. Some countries sent their gold to the Bank of England to protect it. This happened again during World War II, 1939 to 1945. As Nazi Germany invaded nations, many feared losing their gold. To keep it safe, countries quietly shipped gold to Britain. By the war's end, the Bank of England was the most trusted place for gold. Many countries never moved their gold back. They kept it in London for safety and ease. Today, with gold from many nations inside, the vaults attract curiosity, and the stories around them remain fascinating. The Gold Bank gold is held in vaults worldwide, both locally and abroad. But what makes the Bank of England's vault stand out is that it's not just storage. It's vital to the UK's financial security. About 400,000 gold bars are kept under top protection, and each one is carefully tracked. But the gold isn't just sitting there. It has a role in the global economy. These gold bars help keep money flowing. If markets crash, gold can be used to bring balance and prevent big money problems. Gold is also a backup for the UK. It gives extra protection during hard financial times or shocks. Other countries and companies trust that the Bank of England has enough gold to honor its financial deals, which helps the British pound stay strong. Gold is also used as a kind of promise in money deals. It can be offered as a backup in contracts, building trust in global trade. Since this gold is so important, it's no wonder the government spends a lot to keep it safe. The Indestructible Vault. The vault's safety starts with its huge steel doors. These are made with layers of very strong metal and built to survive nearly any kind of attack. The metal is so tough that even hitting it with heavy tools wouldn't leave a mark. Even powerful drills would take days to break through, so the gold stays protected. But getting through the doors isn't enough. The vault uses a system where one person can't open it alone. There's no single key or password. It takes several people, each with their own secret code, working together at once to open it. That means even if someone stole one code, they couldn't do anything without the others. The people who hold the codes are chosen very carefully and watched closely, so it's nearly impossible for anyone to get all the needed codes. Biometric checks. People who want to go inside must prove they are allowed. That's why the vault uses biometric systems, technology that uses body features. As passwords and PINs are no longer safe enough, the bank added new ways to check who's coming in. One method is fingerprint scanning. The door opens only if the fingerprint matches the one on file. Since fingerprints are all different, it's a very secure system. Another layer is voice recognition. With both fingerprint and voice ID, it's nearly impossible for someone unauthorized to get in. Guards on duty. Still, the bank didn't stop with tech. Human guards are always on watch. As strong as tech is, nothing beats trained guards who can act fast. The bank has full-time armed teams who guard the vault every minute. These guards are highly trained to deal with any danger. They check every camera, motion sensor, and alarm to make sure even the smallest odd movement is checked. With all this tight security, people still wonder, what could be hidden behind those massive defenses? That leads us to the true treasure inside the vault, inside the treasure room. For the few allowed in, entering the gold vault feels like entering another world. The air is dry and cool to keep the metal from damage. The halls are dim, long, and made of thick concrete, showing the level of protection. Once inside, there's a huge space filled with gold. Rows of gold bars stretch far and are stacked neatly on blue-painted shelves. Each shelf holds hundreds of bars in exact rows. In total, over 400,000 bars are stored, with a combined weight of over 5,000 metric tons. Each bar is about 7 inches long, 3.5 inches wide, and 1.75 inches thick. Despite their size, they are heavy. Each weighs about 12.4 kilograms, 27.4 pounds. On every bar are marks, serial numbers, purity grades, and the name of the refinery where it was made. These marks prove each bar's value and traceability. Some bars are new, fresh from the mint, while others are very old and have passed through many hands in world trade. A single bar can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But even with all this value, the gold doesn't move much. It usually stays still, acting as a quiet symbol of world financial trust. When someone buys a bar, the gold itself may not move. Only the records change. The real owner is often kept quiet, and this mystery adds to the vault's reputation. Who owns the gold? People may think all this gold belongs to Britain, but the truth is different. Most of the gold is owned by other countries, central banks, and world groups. They choose to store it in London for safety. The Bank of England is like a huge locker for the world. More than 30 countries store their gold there, making it one of the biggest gold stores worldwide. These countries pick the UK for good reasons. First, the vault's safety is top-notch. The bank has some of the most secure systems on Earth, making theft nearly impossible. Second, the UK is stable, with strong laws and a steady economy. In some nations, gold can be lost due to unrest or money problems. But in London, gold is protected. Since so much global gold is stored there, London also became a center for gold trade. Some of the world's biggest gold deals happen there. Nazi threat to the vault. During World War II, the bank's gold faced real danger. Nazi Germany stole gold from countries it invaded, using the wealth to pay for its war. But the British vault was not easy to rob. The Nazis reportedly had a secret plan to bomb London's financial area, cause chaos, and then sneak into the city to loot the bank. But the plan didn't work. Britain had already prepared for such threats, and even if the Nazis reached the vault, they would have met some of the world's best security. Traps for thieves. While the bank won't share all its secrets, many believe there are hidden traps inside. If someone got past the doors and alarms, some say the vault doors would shut automatically, trapping the thief with no way to escape. Others think there are secret paths that close instantly, locking criminals underground. Some stories mention hidden alarms that block exits until help comes. Whether true or not, one thing is clear: no one has ever broken in. Still, a few people are allowed inside, and that includes the vault workers. The vault's staff, very few people in the world get to step inside this vault. Those who do are known as custodians, trusted workers whose job is more than guarding gold. They must weigh, check, and move gold bars carefully to keep them in perfect shape. Though the vault is super secure, every gold bar must be checked. A small error could lead to the loss of millions. That's why custodians follow exact steps. Gold is a strong metal, but it can still wear over time. Each bar is weighed to check it hasn't lost mass. The scales are so sensitive that even a tiny speck of dust can change the reading. The bars are also tested for purity to make sure they meet strict standards. If any bar doesn't meet the mark, it may be melted and cleaned to fix it. Each bar weighs 12.4 kilograms, 27.4 pounds. So lifting them takes skill and strength. Custodians must be trained to handle them well. This isn't a job open to everyone. It's very secret, given only to a trusted few. Most custodians don't start in the vault. They often work in banking, security, or cash jobs first. Tough selection process. The hiring process is strict. Only the most trustworthy people are picked. They must pass deep background checks, more than regular job screenings. The bank checks their financial history and criminal records to ensure they have no reason to be dishonest. Once chosen, custodians get special training. They learn to handle gold with care and follow the vault's tight rules. Even one mistake could set off an alarm. And unlike other bank roles, custodians almost never talk about their job. It's very private, as they work in one of the world's most secret and protected places. So for those who dream of being around gold stacked like bricks, this role may seem perfect. Besides custodians, armed guards also work close to the vault. They are among the few who know its secrets. Still, as hidden as the Bank of England's vault is, some world leaders have even more private ways of hiding wealth. Check out the previous video to learn how powerful people protect their riches.